On this video, I'm going to show you how to make a PowerPoint for the table topic session. I have prepared one simple PowerPoint here for your reference. And normally for the first slide, it will be for some general information as well as for the poster of the theme of the meeting. And the second slide will be for all of the questions that every speaker can choose one of these questions. And there will be two functions that I would like to show you here. So the first function is to make a link. So every time we click on the question number here, it will be linked to the correct slide that contain the content of the questions. So it will be very easy by right click on the object and we just add a link. In this case, we need to choose the slide number 3 that have the questions number 1, and then we can do the same thing for the rest of the questions. Now we can have a test. So it works perfectly. What we need to do now is we can add another link for this questions box so that we can just jump back to the general questions slide. But I can show you another way that will be more professional, I think, by adding an icon for this slide. So you see now it is working perfectly, and it is done for the first functions. The second functions I would like to show you is to add a cursor icon on each of the question numbers, so that every time you click on the box here, it will appear or disappear. So in order to do that, we can just add another icon for the cursor by searching. After that, we can choose one of these cursor icon and go to the animation and choose the appear functions. Then we need to add a trigger for this icon because we don't want this icon to appear automatically, but we want it to appear when we trigger some particular object. In this case is this box. So we need to choose the trigger object. But sometimes like this slide, there will be a lot of objects going around. So maybe it will be very difficult for us to figure out which one is the correct object that we want to be a trigger. So what we can do is we can rename all of them by going back to the home page and we open the selection pane. So we can see all of the objects appear here. So we can rename all of them if we like, but in this case we can just rename the objects that we need to use. After that, we can go back to the animation and we can just choose the right trigger for the appearance animation action. The next step is we need to add the disappearance actions for this icon by choosing the disappear, and then we also need to make a trigger for this action. So it's done for this cursor. Now we can have a test. So every time we click on the box here, the cursor icon will appear here. When we click on this box again, the cursor will disappear. So it is done